I will give some good tips. I'll start with 777 and team meeting as well. My 777 all started, if you've ever been trained by JB, you know he's world-class, top-notch, and that was where I first heard about, the script in 777 when I went to training in Florida. And as an inexperienced agent, I was sitting there and we went over the script for, half a day is what we used to do. And I'm like, come on, JB, I need some closing tips, or, I know how to read. I don't need to read a script, right? But not realizing that that's the most important script and the most important part of having a successful week. So I understand why we did that for half a day, but you need the 777 in order to close, right? So having the appointments going into the week with game shows is something that I'm working on. I know Rory posted in our divisional, that Michael Carruthers comes in with 10 to 15 game shows a week, which is something I'm working on, we're all working on, and something that allows him to win 2 Ultimate Challenges, something we're all working on. But that's something that I'm definitely setting up weeks. It makes my weeks a lot easier when I come in with game shows. So that's a start to your Friday. That's a start to having a successful day on Friday and a successful week the next week, and a great paycheck 2 weeks later. So a couple tips for coming in and getting a good 777 is being positive. I know it sounds simple, but it's not. You see a lot of agents come in that don't have the right mindset, that are coming in being expected to be hung up on and being ready to have the mean clients. But if you have a positive attitude, positive mindset, it could be the difference between you leaving with 14, 21, or 28 appointments that Friday evening. Now, whenever you are sitting there, I know Jason does this thing, and he's done it to me multiple times, still does, is he'll put a mirror in front of our face. He'll say, look at your mood, look at the way you're calling. The clients can tell your mood whenever you are calling. So you'll look at yourself when you're calling, and like we can tell clients' moods over the phone. We can tell if they're in a bad mood, a good mood. We can see their emotions just like they can see ours. So have a positive attitude. Call as if you talk to somebody as if the way you wanted to be talked to. Right now, the mirror example is one thing I was talking about. Make it fun. That's something. Josh, we were very, very competitive. I've had to buy these guys lunch multiple times for competitions that we've done, hourly competitions for setting appointments. I know Josh can tell you that we get very, very competitive. Jason can as well. Something that when he started, he taught me that the power hours were very, very important. You look at the big 28 picture, right? It's a very, very big goal, and how am I going to get to that? But when we broke it down hourly, and we've been competitive, not just us 3, but the whole team, you find out it's not as hard to do when you break down your big goal into small goals. So that leads to the 777 a lot quicker. Let's see. Now, another thing is do not reinvent the wheel, which is something JB told me the first day I was with SLS, something that we tell all the new agents, but you do have a script in front of you. It is there for a reason. Don't try going off script. When you do, you realize your appointments are a lot lower, and that's something I've realized. Even almost 2 years in, I sit there with a script in front of me every Friday, because I know it's very, very important, and these guys, and I know a lot of you guys have helped revise and edit that script a lot, and thank you for that. Now, team meeting is something that's very, very important. I'm speaking on the team meeting as well, right? 777 and team meeting? Awesome. So team meeting is the most important. I did not know I was speaking today. I apologize. No, I did not. I knew I was speaking. I didn't know the topic, actually. I really didn't. So another big tip with the Friday meeting that Josh has told me, and Josh is a very, very good friend of mine, and so you always want to have conversations, you want to talk, you want to be buddy-buddy, but Josh has always told me that whenever people are talking to you on Friday, they want to have these conversations. They're taking money out of your paycheck the next week. They're taking money from your family and food off the table because on Friday, that's the most important day. So don't allow people to do that. Go out to eat after you have your 777, and that's when you can do that. So it's a very, very big tip I've taken from him. And another thing with John talking about the leads, do not categorize or prioritize certain leads. Just call all your leads. You'll hit your 28 however you get there, but when you start judging handwriting, when you start judging the color of the lead, it makes it a lot harder. Now, team meeting, definitely the most important day for me. I know everybody in here, it is the most important day. I know when I started, it was something where I would leave at 2, 3 o'clock because I would make excuses. I had things to do, and I wasn't making my business my main priority. Now you can ask my fiance over there that we usually do not have plans on Fridays at all because it's something that I'm not leaving until I have my 7777 or until I cannot call anymore by law. So so you can ask her. We do not have plans on Fridays. We'll go Saturday or Sunday, or unless I do not have my 7777. And so whenever you don't leave the meeting, that's still okay. You still have opportunities on Saturdays and Sundays. People sometimes aren't home. A lot of times they are house phones. So you do have the opportunity to call Saturday, Sunday to go into the week. Now, and something I've done is promise myself leaving on Friday team meetings saying, oh, I'll finish on the weekend, or I'm gonna do the game show on Monday and Tuesday to go in on Wednesday and Thursday. So don't make promises to yourself that you know may not happen. I know I'm not the greatest at the game show. That's something I'm still working on. So I can't leave that meeting without 7 on Wednesday and Thursday because I know myself I may not end up on Wednesday and Thursday with those appointments. So I know tips I've taken from people are have the 7-7 Wednesday, Thursday and still do the game show, right? You want to put the odds in your favor, but go in with 7-7. Put the numbers in your favor. Now, a couple things when you think about the goals, you can see Michael Carruthers on stage. Whenever I first came, you see a lot of things that you want to accomplish, especially a lot of the new people. How do you get on stage? How do you get the money? It all starts with the 7-7-7 and going to the team meeting. When you do that, your goals will be hit, the paychecks will grow, and the contest will be won. But without the team meeting and the 7-7-7, it's going to be very, very hard to do.